If you're a voter in Southwest Missouri's 7th Congressional District, you've got a choice to make in the upcoming August 6th Republican Party primary. Congressman Eric Burlison or his challengers, John Adair or Audrey Richards. Who's going to fight for your gun rights in the United States Congress? Stay tuned, guys. We're breaking this race down for you right now. Hey guys, Aaron Dorr here at the Missouri Firearms Coalition. To be very honest, we were not going to produce a video about this race. We don't believe that either Ms. Richards or Mr. Adair are serious about their candidacy. Thought, you know what, we're not going to put the time in to make the video happen. But we got some calls from some members, calls from some press, and thought, you know what, okay, let's cut the video and make sure everyone knows where these candidates stand. 4 years in a row now of Joe Biden's nonstop attacks against our gun rights have made it very clear that we have to have champions in Congress who will fight for our gun rights. You know, these days, it is so bad in D.C. that we have Republicans as the lead bill sponsors on some of Joe Biden's gun control bills. For example, House Bill 715. It is Joe Biden's main push to register every gun owner in America. It has 215 or so co-sponsors right now, and the lead sponsor, it's not some Democrat, it's not Pelosi, it's not AOC, it's not Cori Bush from here in Missouri, no. It's Republican, heavy sarcasm there, Brian Fitzpatrick from Pennsylvania. So these days, party labels clearly don't count for much. So at primary time, the question you're asking us is, how do we know who we can trust? Well, guys, we always believe that actions are much more important than words, and we're going to give you some context on these three candidates and their actions and their words when it comes to your gun rights. I'm going to begin with John Adair. The story here is very short and very simple. No survey from Mr. Adair. We send every candidate running for office a simple 10-question candidate questionnaire to figure out how they would vote on various gun issues of the day. Sometimes they're offensive questions, sometimes they're defensive questions. It's pretty simple stuff. If a candidate won't tell us where they stand, it's really a bad sign. It means that person's probably going to try and screw over gun owners if they're safely in office. Does it happen every time? Perhaps not, but just about every time it's a bad sign when a candidate won't put their views in writing. We scanned John's social media, scanned his website. No mention of guns. Frankly, it's a weird candidate. It's a weird campaign. It's a weird website. That's all we got on John Adair. Nothing. Zero when it comes to your gun rights. Audrey Richards, same thing. She's refused her candidate survey with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. Again, that's always, and I do mean always, a concern for gun owners, because if they won't tell you how they would vote now when they need your support, how will they actually vote later on when they're safely in office for the next 24 months? Very concerning stuff. 8 words, I do mean this, we counted them, 8 words about gun rights on her website. Not a lot to work with there. And in perusing her social media, my staff guys said, you know what, she comes across like a Democrat. I wanted to see it. I looked at it by myself. She's all over the map when it comes to stuff right now on X, attacking Josh Hawley on stuff. Talks like a Liz Cheney style person when it comes to J6 issues, pushing climate change. She really, in fact, we checked just to make sure that she was a Republican candidate. Maybe we biffed it, we thought. Maybe she's a Democrat candidate, but no, she's down there as a Republican. But you could sure fool us if you read Audrey's social media. No survey. Weird social media initiatives and ideas she's pushing, and 8 words. Count them, 8 words when it comes to gun rights on her website. Not good. Now, Congressman Eric Burlison. For those who don't know, before he was a congressman, Eric Burlison worked for 12 years in the Missouri State House and Senate, pushing and fighting to advance our gun rights. I'm going to begin from the bottom up. The short version is that Eric Burlison has passed more gun bills into law here in Missouri than anyone alive today. That's not hyperbole. That's not being sensational. It's 100% the truth. When he was in the House, Burlison passed enhanced castle doctrine to beef up our castle doctrine laws. He passed stand your ground law, no more need to retreat if someone's coming after you before you can defend yourself or your family. He passed constitutional carry, a great big bill in 2016. It means that carry permits are optional here in Missouri. No more need to beg the government permission to carry a handgun for self-defense. In 2021, he was the lead sponsor on the Second Amendment Preservation Act. We call it SAPA law for short. SAPA tells Joe Biden, basically, get bit. If you want to use federal cops to enforce federal gun control here in Missouri, fine. But you cannot, you will not use Missouri cops to enforce federal, tyrannical, unconstitutional gun control laws. It is the first and best of its kind in America. It's a landmark bill. It was a huge fight, and Eric Burlison led that and got that done for us in the Senate back in 2021. In his first 2 years in the Congress, no surprise here, Burlison was a major fighter when it came to the Second Amendment. He was the lead sponsor on H.R. 450. This bill would repeal the National Firearms Act. If you know guns and gun politics, you've heard of the NFA, the National Firearms Act. It's less of a law and it's more of an expandable suitcase. Anytime Joe Biden wants to ban an accessory, he unzips the NFA, opens it up, and he chucks in pistol braces, for example, and he closes it back up and he tells the ATF, now you can regulate a pistol brace like a machine gun. So anytime he wants to, for example, redefine what a firearms dealer here is in America, he unzips the case, chucks in a new definition, closes it up, tells the ATF, okay, now redefine what a gun dealer is. It is a disaster. It's always been a disaster. It needs to be repealed, needs to be gone. Burlison agrees. He's the leading sponsor in Congress today on H.R. 450. He's also a leading co-sponsor, maybe the lead co-sponsor on H.R. 374. This is Congressman Matt Gaetz's bill from Florida to literally abolish the ATF. Close the doors, shut it down, get rid of it, it's over. They can't be reformed, can't be fixed, can't be made better. They're a threat to gun owners and puppies everywhere, nationwide. Everybody involved in the gun rights space knows this. Burlison agrees, a leading co-sponsor on H.R. 374. It's very simple. With Congressman Burlison, you've got a dozen years of history in Jeff City fighting for gun rights. His first 2 years in Congress, the exact same deal. 14 years of fighting for gun owners here in Missouri, a strong stance from the congressman. If anybody didn't need to do a survey, you would think it'd be Congressman Burlison, but he still surveyed 100% pro-gun with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. Guys, that's our recap in this race. If you see the congressman, thank him for 14 years of fighting for gun owners. If you see these two, ask them what their deal is and ask them why they won't fill out their candidate survey. Guys, that's our recap in this race. Do us a favor, share it on social media. You can find more race breakdowns on our Twitter page, Facebook, YouTube, our website. There's a lot more out there. Look it up, share it online. And guys, get involved today at joinmofc.com.